Hey guys, welcome back to some new Battlefield content. It's been a while, I think, that we've talked about Battlefield 2042 for the last time. And you might have noticed that if you play the game, we had an update today, which is update 8.4. And that's the first update of this year. And that's not just what I'm saying, that's actually what DICE wrote in their patch notes. They're specifically writing it's the first update of the year. So I'm assuming that we will see more updates and maybe even more content for the game. Not like real content, but still a few vault drops like we got this update. Because this time is all about vehicles and it mainly comes with two new tanks. So the M3A3 Bradley and the BMP2, which were available in Bad Company 2 and in Battlefield 3. So they're both in Portal already and coming over from Portal now, which means they're vault content. So not exactly new, but at least new in the all-out warfare mode. The update also comes with a few changes and bug fixes, but these are also all revolving around vehicles. So it's not really any weapon or specialist changes or anything. It's really all about vehicles this time. But even if you're not interested in vehicles, don't skip the video now, just don't run away, hear me out, because I think at least the modes that we got alongside these vehicle drops are interesting for everyone. So now when you start Battlefield 2042, you have this tile on your start screen and that says Frontlines. So not only Frontlines has returned, but it also comes in this unlocked version. We had this before, I think, when we had to unlock the UH-60 helicopter and I think also for the M1, can't quite remember. And that means that in this version of Frontlines, everything, all of the content that is in the game is unlocked for everyone. So if you just started playing the game today or yesterday and you're wondering how the weapons or the specialists or the vehicles are that you're not able to access right now, you can play all of them in this mode, because in this mode everything is unlocked. All of the weapons, all of the specialists, all of the vehicles, and so on. And of course, this also means that the two new vehicles, so the Bradley and the BMP, are unlocked as well. So you can basically play them while you unlock them. Because the unlocking process is the same as always. You have to earn ribbons in any game mode this time. So it's not just on the Frontlines mode. If you don't like it, you can play any game mode you want. But if you play Frontlines, or next week we will get Conquest, if you play any of these modes, you will get double ribbon progression. So you have to earn ribbons to unlock those two vehicles. For 40 ribbons, you can unlock the BMP. For 60 ribbons, it's a skin for the BMP. And for 80 ribbons, you get the Bradley. And like I said, this week we have Frontlines unlocked and next week it will switch over to Conquest. Still in the unlocked version, so everything is available. But of course, the vehicles are not just coming over in their Portal versions, but the team tweaked them a little bit to make them a better fit for the 2042 roster. So we can see an example right here. This one is for the Bradley, but the BMP was adjusted in a similar way. So in Portal, you have access to only one primary weapon, one secondary, and then you have two equipment slots. And what they did for the all-out war version was to add a lot more upgrade options to the secondary weapons. So instead of only the TOW missile, you have guided missile now and the light machine gun and the sabot shells. And then you also have the equipment slot 1 and 2, but they also opened up another equipment slot. And this one is, I think, specifically interesting because it adds some new upgrades that were not accessible before. I'm going to show you an in-game example right here, but this is the BMP. So you can see that it's actually the same upgrade options for both of the vehicles. So you have the autocannon right here, then you have all of the secondary weapons that I had managed before. And then for the equipment slots, it's also the same equipment slot 2 as well. These should be pretty similar to the Portal versions. But then here in equipment slot 3, you have the stealth package, which provides immunity against most spotting tools. So probably manual spotting as well. And looking onto the vehicle with the Javelin, for example, takes a lot longer. Then we have the quick reload package, which increases the replenish and reload time for the driver's weapons. Then the proximity scan, which reveals everything, all enemies, all explosives in an area of 20 meters around the vehicle. And then the maintenance upgrade, in addition to the repair system, I think that in combination, these work pretty well. So what the maintenance is doing is that it shortens the time that it takes for the automatic health regeneration of the vehicle to kick in, and then it also repairs the vehicle and its systems at a higher rate. So that's why I'm saying in combination with the repair system, I think this should work pretty well. In addition to this, both of the vehicles are now also only 4 seats and not 6 seats like they are originally, and a few of the abilities and weapons they have were improved. So for example, the Warhead deals 25% more damage now, but I don't think it makes much sense to go over all of these stats of what has specifically changed on which upgrade and so on, because I think at the end of the day, for most of you, it counts how the vehicle feels right now in All Out Warfare and which options you have, and not how it felt before in Bad Company 2 or Battlefield 3 or over in Portal. But what I want to quickly go over are the other changes that we got with the update that are not focused on the BMP and the Bradley. So for example, they improved the suspension and the driving simulations of all vehicles to help lessen the frequency of getting stuck at objects in the world, which was not that frequent, but it's always nice to see that the game still gets some improvements. And aside from that, there were a lot of fixes made, mostly smaller fixes. For example, that the AI soldiers did not use the repair system when they were in the UH-6 helicopter. Stuff like that. Something that you might have not really recognized, or for example that the spawn beacon color doesn't change when you change your squad color. Something you might have not recognized necessarily, but it's fixed now. And what we also got are 2 new XP events, also focused on the vehicles again. And the first one is that the vehicle disabled XP event now also tells you which part of the vehicle exactly was disabled. So the track, for example, on a tank, pretty much the same that we had in Battlefield 5 already. And what we also got is an XP event for taking out another jet while airborne after leaving your aircraft. So a Rendezook XP event. If you manage to do this as a pilot, you jump out of your jet and then take down another jet with an RPG, for example, you will receive 1337 XP, and you also unlock the Fractal Reasoning player card. And this is also the first time that the Rendezook has been officially recognized as an XP event in any Battlefield game, even though it's been existing for quite some time already. And yeah, that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and you might enjoy play Battlefield 2042 as well if you jump on to unlock the vehicles or just play the Frontlines mode. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. I'm Catwoman, and you are awesome.